Been driving all night, totally cracked out. Getting ready to go to Buc-ee's. If you've never been to Buc-ee's, it's the biggest freaking gas station in the world. It's got like 24 pumps. They do barbecue and other crap inside. It's not even like 7 o'clock in the morning here, but when in Texas, be in Texas. Getting so excited to go hunting. Megan's in the back, she just woke up. We've been driving all freaking night from Florida, and it is 50 degrees here. Every time I step outside, I freeze my off. Oops. Well, I do, it's true. And so is she. We'll see you in a bit. There's Buc-ee's. Holy smokes.
That is a very large gas station. You're correct.
Look at all the pumps.
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Oh, America.
It's like a supermarket. It's like bigger than a Costco.
Oh my gosh, it's like the Costco of gas stations. Look at, they all have diesel.
So we just stopped at Buc-ee's and got some breakfast tacos, as they call them. Scott's trying the brisket one.
Only in Texas, seriously.
It's
you can get brisket at a gas station, and this is like
good brisket.
I can't cook this. Shit. I can't cook it like this. It's amazing.
Okay, we're gonna head off. We've got another 4 hours to our destination, and then we should be set up and ready for our 2.5 weeks of hunting and fishing.
Cheers.
Hey, so we just pulled into the property. There's a couple other properties before the ranch that we're going to. You can see here, got some good scrub brush and some good terrain.
Right now we're 0 for 2. We went hunting last night,
And
nothing. Went hunting this morning, nothing.
not even seeing birds.
Not even seeing birds. So when life throws you lemons, make coffee.
Lots of coffee.
Yeah. As you can see though, the sky is pretty overcast. Rain's coming down. So I don't know. It's great to be out here. It doesn't matter if we're not shooting anything right now. It'll come. It'll come.
They're brought in from India though.
Yeah, they were. They were. So we're just talking about all the species that are out here. You've got your whitetail and your turkey, and those are native to Texas. You've got your exotics, which are also invasive. So you've got your axis deer, and my sister's father-in-law had like 35 of them the night before we visited. The night we were there, and you'll see the footage here. 15 just came running out of the wood line, even though the dogs had scared them away, and they just swarmed. They were almost like rats. They're small deer, but beautiful. And then we also have these Aoudad sheep that come out here, and we've seen more and more of them on the game cameras, and we're not sure, but it seems to be that as these exotics move into the area, the whitetail population decreases. So hopefully that's not the case. We'd like to get deer. I mean, that's what we came out here for. Wouldn't be ashamed though if we got some pigs, got some Aoudad sheep, or an axis deer, which are supposed to be really great. Yeah. So I'm gonna go put a coat on. I've stopped moving around, and I'll show you that it is definitely cold because Megan,
Leave me alone.
dressed for winter. Here we go.
So Scott's sister had been telling us about how her father-in-law has an entire herd of axis deer that come around the property all the time. He threw out some corn, threw out some alfalfa, and this is what happened. You can see it's quite the nice little herd that comes around and visits.
All right, so based on the lunar charts, 10:43 is when the best activity is going to be happening. This morning we were out here super early, didn't see a thing. This year the number of deer we've seen has been actually only 2. Last year they were all over the place. So I'm set up. It's about 10:10 in the morning. Gonna do that kind of late morning, afternoon hunt. Hopefully something shows up.
The Aoudad sheep in the upper right corner literally showed up about 5 minutes after we filmed that last segment. This is at 6 times speed. It took him about 4 minutes to get from that upper right-hand corner all the way down to the canyon, where he was within about an 80-yard shot. Once he was within 80 yards, that was a easy shot for Scott with his Steyr Scout.
That's really special. That is a really special sheep. Yeah, that shot placement was right where it needed to be. So he didn't run far, and he stopped and he tipped over. So yeah, whew, my heart is racing right now. Yeah, this was a good hunt. From the time I shot the deer to now, it's about 50 minutes. Give the animal a chance to die in peace. Grab the cart and then get back on site. So I'm gonna go get him, but in that time this temperature has dropped from like 60 degrees. It is like, the wind is blowing, it's like 40 something. We know we got 20 degrees coming in tonight. Yeah, so we're gonna get this animal up, we're gonna get it hung, skinned, and it's gonna be perfect because the temperature is gonna drop and help cool that meat off. So let's go get the sheep. All right, so there's the Aoudad. Man, that is a big animal, and he is beautiful.
Too bad.
So before we move him, I just want to say how grateful I am that everything aligned in the universe to make this happen. I mean, this is, we talked about exotics.
And that it was clean and he didn't make it far.
It's a clean shot. He really didn't make it far. I said 10-15 yards, and that's right where he is. So we're gonna get this guy up off this little rock ledge and back up and get him cleaned. I just want to show you, also grateful that he didn't continue to run, because that is just a huge drop off and it would have been really tough to get him out of there. I've got ropes and stuff. We would have done everything we could to get him out. We would have been successful, but like I said, everything aligned perfectly. So let's get this guy up and back in the truck.
So Scott's whitetail theory turned out to be correct. He took out the Aoudad, and then 2 days later, which also corresponded with the last day of our hunt, the whitetail showed up. As you can see, there are 2 does up the feeder, and there is a buck that's coming in. He's going to take that buck later on. We just had to make sure that it was large enough to meet with the landowner's whitetail management plan. One doe was way too small, and the other one had a lesion on her leg, which is a concern because anthrax had been reported in the area.
I just got an 8-point buck. Pretty fantastic how it happened. He was hanging out on the hillside and he was waiting. There were 2 does. One was too small. One had a weird bump on it, so I didn't want to take her. Wanted to make sure he was an 8-point, so I took it lots and lots of time. He was. So I took a well-placed shot. Tried to conserve as much meat as I could. And he's down on the hillside, so we're going to go get him here in a little bit. All right, we're walking up on the buck. There he is. It's a good sized buck for Texas, holy smokes. Yeah, it's a good buck. Shot placement's real good. He's got a lot of meat on him, so this is great. We came out here for meat. Like I said, I would have taken the doe, but with the anthrax, we just don't know what we don't know. And with the lesion looking thing on her leg, this was a much safer kill.